You just push it right into that hairline, and then stop. Do a removal cut. Okay. Real flat, small sweep. Same on this side. I'm going to show you with a detail knife in case you don't have a gouge. And you just take those sides down like that. I'll come over with my detail knife, clean this up here. I'll remove what I just cut in there. Under there pretty good because I like a lot of shadow, so on the sides there. Okay, and I'm leaving myself a nice little indent right here. Nice little chunk there to put some hair, fanning it out. Alright, clean this up with the gouge, kind of round it over. Decide what to do with a mustache. Just trying to keep it blended in for the most part. We'll do all the cleanup and stuff on it later on. We're just trying to keep it as clean as we can as we go. Now to really get shadow here, you could undercut this cheek too, right here. Draw a little stop cut there. Take it out. Push the cheek into the stop cut just a little bit. You don't want to change the whole look of them. Just get a little, catch a little shadow there. Go up and under in the corner. And it brings that cheek out a little bit, okay? Okay, same on this side. I draw a line so I keep them symmetrical. If I find my pencil, what I did with my pencil. And I'll do this one with the marker. Try and keep it pretty symmetrical. Just doing that. I'm going to take a V right here. Right there, I got 1, 2, and then remove the chip. So you can see it a little better. Right here. Okay. I'm going to put my knife in here, dig it in, with my stop cut, and then right here on the line we just did, I'll go a little above it, try to erase the line. Dig it in, make your stop cut along that line. I get it on table so I got a little depth. Then you want to come underneath and pop that chip out. Not hard to hold it up and do it. There it is. Trying to get rid of that marker line there. Just so I get some shadow up in here, you know. Clean up some of those. Round it over again. sure it blends together pretty good. Don't want any major ridges in it here. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just trying to keep it rounded in shape and let the transition into the cheek. I want to keep it fairly symmetrical on both sides. Make sure we have room under the nose here to put our mustache in. Keep that clean. Okay. Now, we'll figure out where we want our mustache to go. I have no idea where my pencil went. Maybe the fan blew it off the table here. Okay. I'm going to pick up this nostril line, bring the mustache down. Just draw any kind of mustache. It's all personal preference. You can have a fat one, you can have a skinny one. Try and make them fairly even on both sides. For this size log, I'm going to give him a big thick one, because then if I don't like it, I can take it down. Okay. And we're going to run our detail knife down the outside, underneath, take some wood out from underneath it, and on the sides of it to make it stand out. Again, pretty much you want something to stand out, you got to remove the wood underneath it and around it, or one or the other, or both. Okay, so I'm going to cut my nose in first a little better with my detail knife. Bear with me for a sec. Just go around the nostril, dig your knife in, and then go around it, make sure you don't lose any part of it when you make your next cut. Same on this side, angle it out a little. Okay. Now I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to score right down the outside of that mustache. Do it twice for good luck. Same on this side. Okay. Then we cut to the outside. Take some wood out there. That'll help that to stand out a little better. Okay. Turn it over. Get to the outside of this one. Okay. Now I'm going to come underneath. Stop cut. Right up. We're on the side here. Make sure it's deep. You're going to take about 1/8 of an inch of wood out of there, I guess. Go underneath for your removal cut. And again, roll cut up underneath it. And make sure you got enough wood out to leave some shadow. Okay, the mustache starting to form there. Take me a couple of sweeps because this is just using a detail knife and it's cherry. It's carving pretty good though. Some things are a little harder to do than normal, and if this is basswood or something. Gonna try and carve a cottonwood piece for you. I just can't find the right piece of cottonwood yet. Cottonwood wood spirits are my favorite. They carve beautifully, and I like to get the thickest, fattest piece I can get before I actually decide to carve one. Because I like a lot of depth in them. So when I find the right piece, I'll do a video on carving cottonwood wood spirits, and that's the one we'll put all kinds of detail on. This right here is your basic little stick carving or small log. We're trying to do most of it with the detail knife. As a matter of fact, when you power carve cherry, one thing to note, the bark on cherry, if you power carve it and makes dust, is toxic. Okay? Somebody told me once that it actually creates cyanide, so you don't want to be breathing cherry dust. Right? Carving it like this is fine, you have no dust, but if you would sand or grind the dust or the bark, highly toxic, right? You'll get sick. I'm not sure the toxicity of it, but I know it's not a good thing. I do know that. So try not to do that with cherry. Now this part of the wood is fine, alright, but it's the bark we're talking about. Okay. Natural cyanide, somebody told me it made. I thought that was interesting. Good to know. Okay, now we can take that gouge again and come down to the sides of the mustache here. I usually like to do that with a rounded gouge. Right down along the side of it, right? And scoop into that hairline there. Just like that. Right along the side of it. Right into that hairline. For a smooth transition from the mustache to the face, the beard. I need some more wood out of here, so I'm just going to use the gouge here. And make sure I have enough out from underneath that mustache. It's going to be time to start taking more bark down for the beard. You can round the mustache over, get rid of some of the pencil lines if you have any, like I do here. Throws the whole look off if you got a pencil line and that's not where it's carved anymore. Okay, now I like to come up under the nose to really set that mustache in. I'm probably going to reshape it a little because I made it a little too straight down for my liking. So, but to get the mustache to really pop, you want that nose just right in the corners. On a sec here. Play with that mustache for a second. And get a little more depth now that we know what we're doing. I'm going to take more wood out on the sides here. I showed it to you, but I didn't take enough out for myself. You can use this, do this type of carving on any stick, any piece of wood that's round. We just did a rolling pin video. Same type of thing you could do with the rolling pin. Alright, anything that's round, I usually start with a hairline, you know, up here, and then do this type of stuff to create my face. Same type of techniques. Alright, there's a lot of different ways you can do it, but that's a pretty basic way. Cut a hairline, set your nose, set your brow line, set your nose, mustache under that. Take the sides of the face down. That's important to really get a good flow of the beard later on. And it makes him get framed with, like I said, the outside of the tree or the rolling pin or whatever, trying to frame it with the bark like we're doing here. So he just kind of sets inside the wood instead of just kind of being stuck on the wood. He's set inside the wood, kind of growing out of the wood. Really makes it look neat when it's done. Okay. Now we are going to play with that mustache. I can't help myself. If I see something I want to clean up, I go back and trying to keep going, leave it rough, and then finish up at the end. But one thing about carving, you can always find something to adjust. The more you look at it, the more you don't like something, the more you want to fix it. Alright, up here, see by the corner of the nose there?